Time! Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Twin Time. Today I will be teaching you how to solve the 4x4 Rubik's Cube. This Rubik's Cube is very fun, and obviously it is harder than the 2x2 and 3x3 and all the other cubes, except, yeah, I love solving this one. It does take longer than the 3x3, but it's gonna be so fun. So before we start the 4x4, you need to know how to solve the 3x3. So if you can't solve a 3x3, go check out my 3x3 tutorial. And yeah, you just need to know how to solve a 3x3 because it's very important. You gotta do a 3x3 steps in the 4x4. So yeah, go learn the 3x3 if you can't solve one, and let's get it started. So the first step is we gotta mix this thing up. So let's mix it up. Make sure you mix it well. It's harder to mix than the 3x3 because it's a lot bigger. And for a lot of big cubes, like say for example, you're mixing like a 10x10, instead of going like this, I recommend just doing all the layers like that, random, and then go like that. I think it's easier for bigger cubes. And this is actually the first bigger cube tutorial I'm doing. So once you learn the 4x4, you'll most likely be able to do the 5x5, 6x6, 7x7. You could go all the way up to 12x12, 21x21, except it just will be a little different. It will obviously be harder. And yeah, let's get it started. So the first step is we gotta solve the white middles. So we're making the white side like this. So what I mean by white side is we gotta get one middle, like 4 middles all white like that. So basically what we're gonna be doing is we're getting all the middles to be colors, like all the same colors. So see how that's all white? Well, this is gonna be all yellow, that's gonna be all blue, that's gonna be all orange, kind of like a 3x3. So why you need to know 3x3 is once we get all the middles, we're gonna match up all the edges. And then we'll solve it just like a 3x3. These two would be like one edge basically on a 3x3 because we're gonna match them and they're gonna be paired. Then we're gonna have our corners, which the corners on 3x3 will be those, and the middles will be the middle piece there. Now that you got your white side, which if you don't know how, I didn't show you guys, just like look for a white piece right here. And if you are able to solve like a 2x2, 3x3, you could easily solve like just a one side. Just do it like that. It's like there's a piece, let's put it up. Like here's a piece, so let's move the top layer and put that piece in. Now let's find another piece right here, and this gotta go right here. But there's one trick I have to teach you guys. When you're solving all the middles, you're gonna have to use this trick. So the trick basically is, say for example, you have 3 and you want to put this last one in. Well, what you're going to do is you're going to twist it where there's 2 bars, like on the same row as that. So here on this row, there's 2 bars, so that's good. Here, there's only 1 because that's just one white. Here, there's only 1. And here, there's 2. So twist it where if you put that up, the 2 are missing. So basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna push this up into here. But say for example your cube's like this. When you push it up, those won't match. So make it where they would match by, putting it like, if this here is on the bottom, so there's the top and bottom. Well, this piece right there needs to be on the bottom, not the top. Because if it's at the top, it won't be right. So we're gonna put that at the bottom, and these 2, we're gonna move it into the 2. So now you have these 2 right here. Now all you gotta do is like twist the top once or twice, 3 times, whatever it takes, and you're just gonna put the 2 in like that. So now you have the white side. So we got the white center, and now we're gonna work on the yellow center. It's a little harder because you can't break up the white center while you're doing it. So we're gonna flip it upside down, and this is how we're gonna start. See all these pieces, the middle. So ignore the top, ignore the bottom, look at the middle 2 layers. We gotta make a match like, for example, this. That's a match, that's good, that's a bar. We gotta make a bar. So how you make a bar is, let's just pick any yellow piece. So let's pick this. Well, we need a yellow piece to go there. So you could just spin the top until you get one there, but you won't always get one there. It would usually look like this. You don't get one. So how to get one there is you're gonna find another piece. Let's twist it over, find another piece, and make it go right there on the left corner because that's where it needs to go here. So we're gonna twist one of these pieces. We're just gonna twist the side, left corner, and we're gonna make our bar like that. And now we could put the bar up where the yellow goes. Well, as you see, the white, we left the white. So what we could do here is we could twist the yellow to the other side, so twist it twice, and then we could put that back down. Now we have one bar up there, and then the white is still there. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to make another bar. So we got one more bar here, and now when we put it in, that wrecks the white. But look, if you twist to the other side, you can't put it in. So no matter what you do, you can't put it in. So we're gonna use that one trick I taught you. We're going to use this trick where you push the bar into another bar, and then this other bar, just put it in there. So twist the top like twice and put it back in. And the white side should solve. And if you can't do this, I recommend watching the video again and just mess around with the cube. Keep trying, try out different things, and eventually you will get it. It's not too hard. And now we gotta work on these middles going around. Now here's a tricky thing about solving a 4x4. Well, once you get all the middles, sometimes you'll match up the edges just like a 3x3, and it won't work because, as you see, the middle on white is here. You flip it over, opposite of white is yellow, and then on the sides you'll have like green, where green is supposed to go. You'll flip it, and it'll be red, but really it's like blue. You'll have the colors wrong. What I like to do is remember this, Bogr, for B-O-G-R. So Bogr, we're gonna put white on the left, and Bogr stands for blue, orange, green, and red. So we're gonna start off with the blue center. The blue center is pretty easy. All you gotta do is pick a side. I'll pick this side right here, and we're gonna make this blue. So by doing that, well, we could put that up, but then that goes away. So we could twist it to the different side, this side. As you see, those are like across. We want it to be next to each other, like a bar. So let's just twist it one and put it up. And remember, by putting the yellow and white on the two sides, by doing this, you'll never mix up the yellow and the white, only by doing that. So basically, we gotta build bars like that. So we have one bar. And now what we're gonna do is put that bar to the side so it's going this way. And now we could just twist this side until we get another blue piece like that. And say, for example, you twist it and you don't get another blue piece. Well, that's really simple. Just find a blue piece like this, twist it to this side, and then you could twist it up, and you'll get another blue piece. Now that one trick I taught you where you push one bar up and put it back in, we're gonna use that again. So we're gonna push this up into that bar, but as you see, it's wrong. So we're just gonna put it down one, push it up, it works. Now, all you gotta do is put in this blue. So we got white, yellow, and blue. And remember the rotation, it's Bogr, but it won't work from the yellow on the left. You gotta put the white on the left side, and we got B, now O for orange. So this side needs to be orange. So how I like to do it, it makes it easier. It's hard to build orange with blue here because when you put pieces up, it's just a lot harder. So what I like to do is turn it around this way. So we could build orange like this. Basically, if you have pieces right here, opposite of blue, you could basically put them up and it will wreck blue, but then just twist it and put blue back. But that's only if you have like no pieces there or one piece. So what usually you should do is the blue's still there. Well, let's put up the orange. Remember that one thing we did near the beginning? We move it to the other side and fix blue because blue was bad. So we still got yellow and white, still got blue, we got an orange bar. So now we could find the other pieces are on the bottom. We need to get the other pieces on the bottom to the top. Well, what you could do like this is you could bring one piece up to this side, but then it obviously wrecks the blue. So let's bring it over to the left side of the cube, and then we could fix the blue back here. So now, instead of having two on the bottom, we have one right here. And now let's put it up. Well, that wrecks the blue, and you can't do anything about that. So, another really good trick you need to remember is put it on this side, and then where it needs to go, well, it needs to go in like either right here or right here. So this orange piece needs to go there. So basically what you're gonna do is bring this part down where it needs to go and just put it into the spot, and you could bring it right back up. And the blue will stay because when you're bringing it down, the blue will get wrecked, but then you're putting that in its place and then putting it right back up. So blue's good. And now the last piece on the bottom, we're gonna bring it to the top. So let's bring it right here. Let's go to the other side of the cube and fix the blue. And now we just gotta put this last piece in. So if you tried to use that one trick where you bring it down, you could do that. Or you could also do that other trick I showed you guys. Remember, put it into the bar and then put that bar in like that. So basically, you have your white on the left, yellow on the right. You have B, blue, O, orange, and G, so green, red. So this side needs to be green, this needs to be red, okay? Let's flip it this other way with yellow on the left. Now, all the centers are solved except these two. So, there's a couple different cases you could have. Sometimes you'll have 3 of the same color and then 1 opposite color, which will be the same on the other side. Sometimes you'll have bars. So there's like a red bar, a green bar, red bar, green bar. And sometimes you will have it like this, where there's no bars and there's not 3 of one color. It's just red, green, and it will be that on both sides. So the first case you could get is the bars. So you have 1 green bar, 1 red bar, 1 green bar, 1 red bar. Well, remember, this side needs to be green because B-O-G. So this needs to be G. Well, you could just move this to the side, move that, so you could put green in. But then that wrecks all the other colors, so we're not gonna do that. We could use this one trick, the same trick I already showed you guys, bring it to the other side, and remember, that's where it needs to go. So we'll bring that down, put it where it needs to go, and back up. Now in this case, when you have 3 and 1, 3 and 1, well, as you see, there's a bar there, and here, there's not a bar. So we're gonna make it up here, so there's a bar on the left, no bar on the right. So basically, you're making it opposite. So on this side, it's bar on the right, and then on this side, it's bar on the left. And on this side, it's gonna be no bar. On this next side, the green side, it's gonna be no bar on the right. So it's opposite. So make it like that. And then the no bar, you're gonna push up with this other no bar to make 2 more bars. But sometimes it will be like this, no bar, no bar. When you push it up, it will be like that. That won't work. So if that ever happens, just all you gotta do is make it so there's green, red, and here it needs to be green, red. So when you put that up, green, red, that's red, green. So by making it green, red, just twist it 1, green, red, you could put it up. So now these bars, you do have 1 bar back here, so these bars need to be straight. So how you make them straight is make them go this way, like all these other colors, and you could put it back down. And now you'll have this. But sometimes, if you put it down this way, you could solve it. So basically, it's kind of hard to explain this cube. You basically gotta watch it again or just try figuring it out. Like, for example, if it's like this, well, just think hard in your head and say, well, what if I put green up there and then I make the green go to the other side? Well, when I put green back, it'll be there, red will go there, and it will solve. So basically, like, it's hard to do a tutorial on this one because it's hard to explain. So basically, try to think of like what could go where, and once you like start to know how, it will be a lot easier. Like for me, it was hard at first and it was just pretty confusing. Eventually I got it and now I'm good at it. I'll give you one more example. Okay, so say for example we got 3 and 1, 3 and 1. Well, let's push the 2. So let's say it's like this. We got 2 mismatch, push it up. Well, that doesn't work, so let's switch it like that, push it up. Well, now let's bring red to this side, like that. So now when we go down, it will go into red. So now you have all your centers. So now, before we head on to the next step, you got all your centers. You gotta make sure they're the right center. So by doing that, you'll make sure the yellow is on your right side and the white is on your left side. We're gonna go to blue on the top, and we're gonna do boger. So B-O, now it should be ger, so green and red. Sometimes this will happen. This happened to me a lot when I was first starting. I'd get the wrong colors in the middle and I didn't realize it because I kept forgetting boger. So I remembered it. And so let's see. So sometimes this will happen. You go to blue, B-O-G-R. So that's right. And sometimes it'll be like this. We got blue, orange. It should be green, but it should be red. And that's green. And that's bad because they're switched. And as you see, it won't work near the end. I will show you. So we got white and yellow. Remember, boger. So this needs to be green. So by fixing that, if you ever get the wrong colors, put half of it up and then twist the top twice and half down. So now you got this case again, which you could just fix by, let's see. So if it's B-O-G, this needs to be green. So let's put green up, twist it twice, green down. There you go. So on to the next step. We're gonna match all these edges. So what I mean by a match is, I'll show you what a match looks like. So as you see, this isn't a match. Like the blue matches, but those don't match. That's wrong. They're basically all gonna be wrong, but this right here is right. As you see, blue and white, it matches. So I'm gonna tell you how to make these all match. So first we're gonna start off with the white side. That's what I like to do. You don't have to, but I will be doing the white side. It makes it more simple for you guys. We're gonna pick any white edge piece. So I'll just pick this one right here. It has green on it. So we're gonna find the other white and green right here, and we're gonna put it across from it. So we could either put it right here, because it's on the left side, and that's on the right, or you could put it on this side. It's on the right and left. In this case, how you're gonna do it is, okay, if it's like this, it's diagonal, that's good. So basically how you're gonna make those little bars like this is you're gonna bring it across and split it in half and make a bar like that. But then it wrecks the middle, so I'll tell you how to fix the middles. So remember, we're gonna bring it across from each other, so white and green, and then on the other side right here, if you don't know how to bring it across, say for example it's right here, just bring it like on the other side, bring it up. It's really simple. You could figure it out without even my help. So yeah, okay, so making the bar, we're gonna split it in half like this to make a bar. There's a lot of different ways you could split it. So you could easily just go like that, simple. So say you wanna split it this way, you could do it that way, or you could do the whole top like that. However you wanna split it, just split it like that. And now, you gotta fix all the middles. Well, by fixing them, you just put them back, but then that's wrong. So we're gonna split it, and then we're gonna bring it to the top layer, which is green at this moment. We're gonna bring that bar to the top layer. We're gonna replace it with a new bar. So here's a new bar, and the new bar can't be an already matched bar. It has to be a mismatched bar, and then you're gonna bring it back down. And now, you could fix all the middles. If that seemed confusing to you guys, don't worry, I'll be doing it like 10 more times. It'll be a lot more clear. So we're gonna pick a piece, red and white, put it across from where it needs to go. Well, there's where it needs to go. There it is. And we want it to also be like this. As you see there in the middle layer, they're both always in the middle layer. You want the left one to be on the bottom and the right one to be on the top, or the opposite, the left on the top, bottom on right. You don't want it to be like, let's see, this. This, you gotta learn an algorithm to do it. So sometimes if it's like this, where they're on the same bar, you could bring it to the other side like this and it will be opposite. But I recommend learning the algorithm. It's not a hard algorithm, so I'll show you that algorithm. And you're gonna need to know this algorithm later, so you should definitely learn it. So how the algorithm goes is when there's two of them on the same bar right here, and as you see when you chop it, you don't make a bar. So how to make a bar, I will show you near more the end when we need to. But anyway, here's the algorithm to put this piece up here. So R, U, R prime, and then we're gonna go F. So let me do that again. Here's the algorithm. And now that we did the algorithm, now instead of this one piece being down here where it was with this piece, it's up one right there. So I'll show you the algorithm one more time. There's a piece right there, and there's a piece there on the same row. Remember, if you don't want to do the algorithm, you could just be lazy and do that, but I don't know. I just recommend doing the algorithm. It would probably be faster. So here it is. And now they're across from each other, which we could split it, make a bar. Now let's bring it to the top. And now let's replace it with a new bar, we gotta replace it with like a bad bar. So that's a bad bar, and that bar is good because they match. So let's replace it with the bad bar, bring the bad bar down, and then we could fix the middles. So now we have one bar there, one bar there. Now let's do this orange and white piece. Here it is down here. We're gonna bring it up, split it, bring it, and replace it with the bad bar. There you go. Now, we could also do other colors if you want, whatever. So like red and green, let's do that. So we're gonna find our red and green piece right here, bring it across. And in this case, this is very special, you never get this. In this case, you get red and green across each other. So as you see, you gotta do the algorithm to bring it back up here. But here, you also got two matching ones right there. Well, there's actually a way you could actually make both those pairs at the same time using that same algorithm we did. So what you want to do is you're actually going to have to use this near when we're done making all the edges, is basically make sure, so sometimes it will be like this. Let me show you. Okay, so usually if you're just going to make this red and green bar, you'll make the bar, put it up, replace it. Well, if you see there's an orange and green, red and green, or it could be 4 other different colors. Well, you're gonna flip this piece to go back there so it goes on the same row as its matching piece. So use that same algorithm, and there you go. Okay, so now that we got red and green, and then orange and green, we're gonna do that flipping algorithm, except split the cube in half, so bring the bottom half to the right, and then do the flipping algorithm. And now when you bring it back, there you go, that matches, and that matches. And you're gonna have to use that trick later in the cube, so let me show you. So, let's make a couple more centers. So, let's do red and blue. Let's find the other red and blue. Here it is. We're gonna bring it to this side. Let's split it. And also this could also happen. So when you split it, you're gonna put it up, you know? Let's say you put it up here. And when you come to replace it with a new one, well, there's no bad bars. So I'm gonna tell you what to do if that happens. So So we make our bar, and now when we're replacing it, well, sometimes you'll see a bar that's already replaced. We'll see a bar that's bad, and while you're putting that bar into the bad bar, well, what you could do is just twist the top and put the bar to the top with a good bar, and then you'll still have the bad bar back here, which you could replace it there and fix the middles. Now, you will get this one case I will show you. Let's see. So we're gonna make our next bar. Let's bring it up. So let's find another bar. Okay, so this will happen when you have the top 1, 2, 3, 4, it's all full. And then the bottom 1, 2, 3, 4, it's also all full. Well, when you make a bar, let me show you. Okay, so you're gonna make a bar, red and yellow, yeah. Red and yellow, you're gonna make a bar, and there's nothing to replace it with. Well, you could also flip it upside down and replace it with something on the other side, but sometimes there also won't be anything there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fix the middles, and in this case, when all those are full, you'll have all those full down there, and there's only 2 bars left. Well, sometimes you'll have like 30 bars left, and what you could do is when you're making this bar and you don't have anything to replace it with, you could find a different bar. So say for example, this was a mismatch bar. Before you put it up there, you could slide that up so there's a mismatch bar up there. And then when you put it up to replace, you'll have a mismatch bar. But in my case, I only have 2 bars left to do. And you remember that trick I told you? This is when you're gonna have to use that one trick I told you, where when you only have 2 bars left, you have to get 2 at a time. In this case, to be right across from each other. So we're gonna do that flipping algorithm. Now they're across from each other. So remember, split the cube in half and do the flipping algorithm. There you go, both the bars match. You should have all the edges. I know it might seem a little confusing. Don't worry, at the end of the video, I will be solving it again. I'll be just doing it faster and explaining what I'm doing so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So now this, right now, is where you really need to know how to solve a 3x3. Basically, you're gonna have the middle, the white middle, and there you go. And now edge piece on 3x3, this piece right here, would technically be these 2 pieces. So basically, you're gonna imagine this as a 3x3. You could solve it any way you want, like a 3x3. So for example, I'll just do beginner's method for you guys, because that's what I posted on our tutorial, and I know that's probably what most of you guys know. So if you guys make the cross, I don't make a cross when I do beginners. But anyway, let's solve it just like a 3x3. And right here, match up those. If you want to make the cross, sure. So I will. And now we got the cross, the white cross. And as you see, they match up with their middles right now. So sometimes they won't be matched up like that. You just gotta match them up like that. And sometimes if you got the wrong middles, like say for example, red and orange were switched, then like those won't ever match up. The red and orange would be wrong. So that's why it's really important to get the middles. Anyway, we're gonna solve it like a 3x3. So let's get a corner, red and blue. Let's put it where red and blue go. Now, let's see. Red and green. You could also use this way by just doing that algorithm over and over to put it in. But I think that takes a while. So let's just put it in like that. Now the last corner we'll put in. So this is literally exactly the same as 3x3. See, we made the first side, and now we match up all these. Remember, you're imagining these as middles, and these as edges, and those as corners. So let's find, there's no pieces out that we could put in, right? So there, red and blue match up with red. Let's put that in. And remember, this part, if you don't know what I'm doing at all, you probably can't solve a 3x3. So you should go learn and basically solve the whole cube just like you would with like a 3x3. But the thing is, when you're solving a 3 by 3, like say for example, the last layer when you're making the yellow cross in 3 by 3, usually it's just normal and you could make the cross and everything's good. But sometimes when you're solving the yellow cross on the 4 by 4, you could get something called parity. You could get edge parity, you could get corner parity, and basically it's where two pieces are flipped. And you can't get that case in a 2 by 2. So basically, there's parity you can't get in 3 by 3, but you could in 4 by 4, and I'll show you that. So once you're doing, say you're doing beginner's method for 3 by 3, you're making the yellow cross while you got the backwards L. Let's make the cross, and the cross always works. So here, we're getting the cross while we got the backwards L. When we're doing the cross, it won't work. See, that's flipped. So it just won't flip and you'll be shocked and you're like, wait, what? So there's actually an algorithm to flip those two. I will actually show you that near the end of the video. So basically, you could do the algorithm right now, which that's what I usually do, but I'm just gonna wait and finish off the cube and then show you the algorithm to make it more clear. So now we're just gonna ignore this piece right here and we're gonna make all these edges match up. So let's make them match up just like a 3 by 3. Remember, this is all like 3 by 3. Now we're gonna match up the corners. Ooh, there's also corner parity. So there's corner parity and edge parity. The edge parity algorithm is a lot harder, but the corner parity is pretty easy. So basically, you know what? I'll just finish off the cube. I'll show you. So the cube usually would solve. Sometimes you'll have edge parity about 50% of the time. Sometimes you'll have corner parity. In my case, I have both. I have edge and corner parity. So usually when the cube's solved and you have corner parity, so remember, ignore these edges. Imagine they were just normal. So corner parity, these two need to swap. So you'll be finishing off the cube and like you can't get corner parity in 3 by 3. As you see, when you're making the corners, you're doing algorithms in 3 by 3. So like, for example, you do an algorithm and rotate all the pieces till you get the right corners. And see how all the corners match up now? Well, they never get parity on 3 by 3, but in 4 by 4, like you'll have two corners, right? And then the other two need to be switched. And you can't switch them. Like you could try doing the corner flip algorithm and like they won't switch. So in order to fix that, here's the algorithm. You're gonna get your two good corners and put them in the back. The two bad corners that need to be swapped in the front. And you're gonna do this algorithm pretty simple. So you're gonna do the middle right piece, down 2. And then the top 2. You're gonna do the middle right, down 2 again. But this time you're gonna twist both the top 2 twice. And then you're gonna do it one more time. And there you go. It will mess up the cube a little. So now I gotta match up the edges again. That's just how it works, I guess. And when you're doing corner parity algorithm, it'll just mess up the cube and that's just how it has to be. But now when we try to match up all the corners, it will work. So we're gonna do the algorithms. And now all the corners match up. So let me just flip the corners. And now, corner parity, I showed you that algorithm. And now, all you gotta learn is edge parity. So the edge parity algorithm is pretty long. I recommend writing it down on paper and just every day do it 5 times. So what I do to memorize the long algorithms is I'll write it on paper, I'll look at it, I'll do it about 5 to 10 times, and then I will look at 5 moves. I will remember like 5 of the moves. I will do the 5 moves. I will do it without looking about 5 times. And then you could add another move onto it and keep just trying to memorize it. It's not too hard. It only takes about 3 days to fully memorize and get good at an algorithm. But anyway, here's the algorithm for edge parity, flipping it. So what you want to do is put the edges that need to be flipped in the front towards us and do this algorithm. and the cube will solve. One more time here, so that's pretty. I will show you the algorithm again. So how I like to memorize it is like I'll go, so there's the right and the left side. Well, every time you do the right side, you twist the top a couple times. Every time you do the left side, you twist the face. So the first time, and every time you twist like the right and you do the top after, it's twice. So we're gonna do a right down and then twist the top twice. Now we're gonna do the left down and then do the face twice. Now we're gonna go start with left first and go up. The left up, and then remember after left you twist the face. Now we're gonna do a right up, but this time we're gonna go 2 up. Uh-oh, and do those 2 a little too far. Now we're gonna fix it and just do 1 up. And then remember, do the top spins. And since we did too much, we'll just go down 1, 2 spins. And we'll finish it off with the face twice, middle right twice, and the face. So the algorithm is pretty long. You could just like, it's hard. I recommend just watching the video again. And what I mean by writing it on paper is something you could do is you either write the moves. So if you know like Rubik's Cube moves, like this is R, R prime, U, U prime, F, B, back here, and then there's D, L prime, L. If you know all those, just watch what all the moves I did for the algorithm and write on paper all the moves like R prime, U prime, whatever they are. Or just like, I guess, draw a picture of a Rubik's Cube and twisting or something. I don't know, it's just kind of hard to memorize them, but I will do it one last time for you guys. And now we got edge parity, which I'll quickly fix, and you could look at the algorithm again. Uh-oh, I did wrong moves. So, yeah, and also if you want to be a lot faster with the 4x4, I recommend a good cube. And I did wrong moves, and now I messed up the 4x4 all the way. I'll mess it up a lot, just so I could solve it again. So now that I mix it up, I'm just gonna do a quicker solve, faster, so you could all see it. And I will tell you what I'm doing. So basically right now, you solve the white side. Oh, yellow side's already solved. Let's do blue. Let's bring it up, bring it to the right side. Now it's that one trick. So I did white, yellow, blue. Next side is gonna be orange, so I'll use that trick right there. Now I'm gonna bring this up, bring it to the other side and fix the blue. Now I'm gonna use this one trick. Okay, now you got B, O, G, this needs to be G. So let's bring it like this, G, red, done, that fast. You could easily get this fast, in fact, faster than me, if you just practice a lot of the time. Let's replace that, fix it. Let's do green and white. So let's bring it across. We're gonna replace that. There you go. Now let's do blue and white. We're gonna do that, replace it with a new one. And now all we gotta do is, let's see, let's do the algorithm. And let's replace it with another one. And I do see orange and blue right here. So orange, blue, so I'll just do that right now. Now here's red. Let's just do, let's see. We never did white and blue, so let's do that right now. Where is it? Okay, there you go. So now, this top side is almost full. So what we could do is, we'll flip it over once it's full. But anyway, let's fill up the last space. So now it's full, let's flip it upside down and look, we have one more space here. So let's get that space and let's fill up that space. And now top and bottom are full. Now all we gotta do is these edges. In this case we have 4. And this one trick I was telling you about, we could get 2 at a time right here. Before I do that, you know, I'm just not gonna do it because I'm gonna show you guys, oh wow, we could maybe get 4 at a time. Anyway, I'm going to show you guys this one thing. So remember, when you're making an edge and putting it up, there's nothing to replace it with on the top and also nothing on the bottom. So what you're going to do is before you make that move to make a bar, you're just going to put a random bar up that doesn't match. And now you could do it and you'll have a bar to replace it with. Now the top and bottom are almost full. We just have 3 left. So we have these right here, these 3. So now let's just put this one up. Now we have all the bars complete. Yep. Now what we're gonna do is solve it like a 3 by 3 and let's see if we get any parity cases. And like, I only showed you the corner parity like once, so I hope I get corner parity so I could show you guys again. And yeah, so let's solve it just like a 3 by 3. And let's see, we did something wrong here. Let's see. Oh, I think I switched up red and green. Let's see. No, if I got the middles wrong, I don't think I did, but no! Oh no, I got the middles wrong, I think. I guess I did. Let's check. What? No! I did get the middles wrong. I didn't check, so let's fix it. Orange needs to be on the other side. Let's just bring that up to, bring it down to, let's bring this one up. And this isn't too hard to fix, except when that happens. So it's basically just try to move it all this way and try to figure it out when you get the corners wrong. Now this needs to be green. It's not too hard. You could even guess and probably get it. There you go. Now the corners are right. And usually when you fix the corners, you could usually have already a lot of bars in. See, I already have 4 up there. I already have 4 here. So yeah, there's only 4 we have to do again. So that's fine. I guess I should have checked. That was dumb of me. Anyway, let's see. We just have 2 bars left. So let's bring them across from each other. When you have 2 bars, split it in half. Do the flipping algorithm. There you go. Finally, all the bars are right. Now, all we gotta do is solve it like a 3 by 3. So, to do that, remember, just imagine it as the middle pieces are the middles we made, edges are the bars we made, and then the corners are corners. So, there you go. And yeah, now let's start finally putting in the corner pieces. And yeah, this 4x4 cube, I love solving a 4x4. It's actually one of my favorite cubes to solve because it's like harder than all the other cubes. Like not every other cube. I mean like it's harder than the 3x3 and 2x2. It takes longer. So that's what I like about it. It's more of a challenge. And speaking of a challenge, the next Rubik's Cube video to come out will be a challenge. It will be about as hard as the 4x4, maybe even a little bit easier, but it's like, I love solving it. It is the Mega Minx right here. This is like really fun. It actually has 12 sides. Pretty cool. I love the Mega Minx. It's big too. And it's really impressive when you solve it. Everyone's like, what, you can solve that? So yeah, I love the Mega Minx. So yeah, let's make the cross. We don't have corner parity. So let's see if we have, we don't have edge parity, so let's see if we have corner parity. So, we're gonna match up everything. We might have corner parity. And yep, we have corner parity, which I'm excited. So, we got 2 corners right, 2 corners wrong. We could just switch these right now using the algorithm. So yeah, let's do it. The wrong corners go towards you. Here's the algorithm. Oh no. Okay, you go twice in the beginning. Everything's 2 times. That's what also makes it easy. So this algorithm right here is literally like the easiest algorithm I've ever learned. That corner parity. It's just like really easy to memorize. I don't know why. And yeah, I'm very excited. And leave a comment if you've seen my 2x2 tutorial video, because I made a video how to solve the 2x2. And the 2x2 is pretty easy, and if you know what the Ortega method is, if you want to get fast at the 2x2, you should definitely use a new method. And I'm actually learning the Ortega method for the 2x2, and I'll actually be posting a video how to solve the 2x2 Ortega. You could actually maybe average around 5 seconds. So if you practice it a lot. So that's pretty cool. I'm excited to make that video. And yeah, I hope you could solve a 4x4 now. And I'm just gonna mix up this Mega Minx for fun because I don't know why. I love to solve it. And yeah, stay tuned and leave a comment if you like Rubik's Cubes a lot too. I have a big collection of Rubik's Cubes and I love solving them. They're the best things in my whole life. So yeah, stay tuned to see the Mega Minx tutorial. I hope you love solving this 4x4 right here, and stay tuned for the Mega Minx. Well, I hope you loved watching this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.